What up YouTube, Topaz Jason, and I got a pretty good show lined up for you today, man. First we're going to jump to a brief instrumental from underground producer The One Drum Kid. Then we're going to review this new Rick Ross mixtape. Then we're going to take some questions. So this Rick Ross Black Dollar mixtape, man, it's pretty solid, man, from top to bottom. I mean, it's not phenomenal by no means, but his standard of quality is pretty high straight through this project, you dig? Like, it could ride, but yet there's still only but a handful of tracks on here that I really fuck with. But yet I do have a bunch of issues with this project and such, man, in which is all some notorious shit that he's done throughout his entire career. Like, okay, he started out saying that, I think I'm Big Meech. And then he continued to progress that throughout his entire fucking career to this point. Now you kind of got to ask, who are you this time, Rick Ross? And this time he's Bill Gates. It's getting to the point that he's going to have to parody himself, like he's going to have to drop a track, I think I'm William Roberts type shit. Because he's been everybody fucking else except for William fucking Roberts. And then looking at that Geechi Liberachi, man, honestly, this track could have been a dope ass track, man, but this is one of those examples of his lyrics fucking up a damn good song because that production was dope, man. I like the way he was flowing on there. It could have been an overall solid joint until you listen to what he's fucking talking about. See, in this track, he's taking shots at the actual Rick Ross and such, man, in which he's still quoting some shit that he said on like a Breakfast Club interview and shit, saying that Rick Ross snitched on like 40 people in order for him to get out of jail and shit. And from all that I've read, from article after article after article, this has come out to be some fucking bullshit. Because one, these documents that he's talking about that he read, haven't fucking found them, you dig? So either they're not public record and he's using his police contacts in order to read this shit, or they don't fucking exist. Either way, doesn't look good for him, you dig? Also, I've seen if it wasn't for the real Rick Ross and shit taking a bunch of charges, a bunch of other people would still be in jail to this day. Third of all, who you gonna believe, man? The rapper who's made a name for himself completely lying, and even when he gets caught in a fucking lie, he still just run with that shit? Or the ex-drug dealer that paid his debt to society and he's trying to repent for that shit pretty much? Who do you believe? But minus the bullshit that Rick Ross has always fucking done, you did, he still delivered some solid joints on here that I definitely fuck with. I still fuck with Foreclosures, I like that Icon. Bel Air is probably the best track on this motherfucker, man, and that Dead Rappers was cool as well, man. Overall, this is a project that I would say go ahead and download. I definitely think that this project could round out my top 5 mixtapes of the year, man, depending on what else drops and shit, man. It's overall solid. I give it an 8 out of 10. But anyway, on the ass download pass, and Young Dixie says that Travis Scott has been called out by Future and such for stealing his style and such, and which didn't know that Future was coming out talking about such things. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense. That's why you can see a lot of similarities in the two and such. And DeAndre says that you really can't compare that Feral Height to that Tetsuya and Youth because it's a mixtape to an album and such. And you know what? Yes, you can. Because long time ago, mixtapes became underground albums and shit. There's a ton of artists out here, man, that make way better mixtapes than they do albums and shit, man. So you can compare the quality of the music. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there. And you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.